connection. We are a virtual edu networking community, a global community with over 35 countries of businesses that attend our events. And this month's theme is sales. And we are here today to really support you in your sales, in leveling up those sales, creating more financial abundance, because more sales, more dollars, more abundance. So we have two of our experts that are in our community that are going to share some really great insights and information with you today, and an opportunity for you to learn more about leveling up your sales. So I am going to introduce the first member, and her name is Katrina Sawa. And she is an international award-winning speaker, 12-time international best-selling author with 20 books. And she's known as the Jumpstart Your Biz Coach because she really helps entrepreneurs make a lot more money doing what they love. I love that. And Katrina is super passionate about finding the holes and the opportunities for business owners to monetize more of what they're doing and systemize and automate more, to really, so they can work less and make more money. I love it, Katrina. So share with us, your wisdom about sales, because you come from years and years and years of contributing and being passionate about this one area of business. You're welcome.
Yeah, I've been in sales since my first job as an ice cream scooper, and I used to sell people up from 1 scoop to 2 or 3. And come on, how hard was it to upsell an ice cream, right? So that was 16 years old. That was a long time ago. Every job ever since, I was always like, okay, how can I upsell in the restaurant? How can I sell them a dessert? How can I get the shirt with the pair of pants? And then advertising sales. I mean, so I can do this in my sleep, which makes it easy for me. And I know not everybody has that capability because maybe they didn't do all of that all their life. So I just love to teach people the words and what to say and how to do it so they feel confident and authentic with what they're doing, who they're doing it with. Because most of us sell in a sales conversation, I think, these days, for the most part. And then that same wording can be used on your website and in various places, but you have to make people want what you've got. And if you don't know how to say it properly to make them raise their hand and go, oh, I want more, then you're not going to have a business.
Oh, Carolyn.
Oh, I was on mute there. Pardon me. I was muting myself. Absolutely. And it's finding that confidence, isn't it, Katrina? And also knowing intimately the value that you stand for. Now, you have a sales process and a tool. Did you want to share that with the audience right now? That would be great.
Yeah, it's funny. I've been teaching this for 21 years, but recently I just created the Focus on Results framework that I think you have the slide for. And it's 5 main areas that I think, because I was trying to simplify this year. Like, what can we do to simplify what we're doing? Because I see people that are way overwhelmed with too many different strategies. I mean, shoot, there's new social media profile things coming out all the time. I don't go to those. I don't jump on the new best thing. I stay with what works. I want more family time. I want more vacations. I want more getaways. I want to work less. So I just go to networking, speaking, follow-up, and sales. And it's simple. But if you try to do all these other things, it's like, you're spreading yourself too thin. So I focus on these 5 areas: your pricing, your positioning, your packaging, your promoting, and your profiting. And there's a lot of stuff involved. We don't have time to get into each one. I teach a webinar on this every month, but it's so important. All the other stuff is fluff. And if you're not focusing on these or avoiding these, please stop, because you might not be you're missing out on thousands of dollars every month, I'm sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And creating that financial abundance that you get to live the life that you love, exactly the way you, when I introduced you, which is incredible. And so thank you. Now, you also have a training coming up. Did you want to share that with the audience too, that they could participate in that?
Right. So I do have a webinar on Monday, the 17th, which it talks through those 5 things. So I go in depth, and all my webinars are all in depth. So that's free. I do have a workshop coming up on Wednesday that's paid, but it's really low price, because what I see, a big opportunity I see for most entrepreneurs is their website. And most people, as Susan knows, she does websites. I'm not going to design your website, but I'm going to show you how to fix it, what to say differently, what pages are missing, what functionality is missing, what to put where. Like, most people don't even have videos on their website. If they do, they have one. You need a video on almost every page of your website. You need 20 to 40 web pages, most likely. Okay. You just don't know what you don't know. And so I'm going to be walking through people's websites, telling them exactly how to fix it. And most of the stuff that I'm going to share is like free to do. If you know how to fix your website, or if your web designer can do it, it's the lowest cost thing you can fix right now to make more money. And so many people, oh, it's fine, I just got it designed. I'm like, yeah, but you don't have this, you don't have that, you don't have this, you don't have that. I can't even find what you do. And you don't have a contact page. And I don't even know where you are. Like, you just don't know what you don't know about your website. And you've got to fix it, because everybody is looking there.
Yeah. And it's got to be authentic. It's got to be you, but also like, it's like you always say, you want people to lean in and say, oh, well, that's for me. That would, so that's awesome. So we'll put that information below here in the chat, but thank you so much for serving so many businesses and helping them create more abundance in their business. I mean, you're just so dedicated, and I just really respect and honor you for your contributions to our community at the Grind Connection.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Okay, let's move on to our next incredible member. His name is Steve Brosman, and he's all the way from, where are you from, Steve? Where the sun is coming up right now?
The sun is, I'm leaving that open so you can actually see the sunrise over beautiful Sydney Harbour. So I'm a stone's throw off Sydney Harbour. So I'm sitting here and I get to see the best light show on earth for free every day.
I'm just going to add in that it was dark 5 minutes ago. Oh my gosh, the sun is right up. It's bright now.
I love it. I love it. So let me tell you about Steve Brosman. He is just such a sales expert in our community, and we are so fortunate that he is here to teach us some new elements. And Steve is a 9.5 times Amazon best-selling author in marketing and sales. And he's created several 6- and 7-figure multinational businesses of his own, including inventing and marketing an environmental product selling 4 million units in 26 countries. Wow. Steve has spoken in 15 countries and trained over 65,000 entrepreneurs, professionals, and business owners to stand out in their marketplace and really get to the mastermind with international best-selling leaders. And his new book is Flow Selling, and it's how to have clients in a hurry to buy from you is absolutely in short order. So Steve, tell us about your new book, and I think you have a contribution for the people here today too.
Yeah, I've got some stuff, and I'm actually going to give you a closed door masterclass, access to a closed door masterclass. I said there would be no public replay, and there isn't. And Susan's going to drop the email in for those of you who just email me. I'll send you a link. It's not a public replay, but it's just for the GC members here. Flow selling. And Susan said, Steve, you've been MIA. We haven't seen much of you. And for the last few years, I've been really geeking out on the neuroscience, on buying behaviors. And that's what flow selling is all about. And it's the W in flow is wins. And when I wrote my previous book, Exceed, How to Exceed Your Own Personal and Professional Expectations, I did a lot of research on winning. And Professor Robertson basically says that as going through evolution, us as humans, animals, and fish, whenever we had a win, we had a surge of dopamine and testosterone. Now that creates a surge of excitement, focus, motivation, feel good, and confidence. What we as salespeople have been told to do, sell the benefits, not the features. I've been helping people sell the agreed implementable value, sell the outcomes, but to take it one step further. And in that conversation, if you can help them create and feel a win, and they're going to have that surge of happy drugs, and you're the person that delivers the happy drugs 2 or 3 times through that conversation, it is hard for them to walk away. Now, what most people do, and they're told to do, is like, well, I'm just going to explain what I do. If they only understand what I do, they'll buy from me. And there's 4 understands that we work on, and that is the bottom one. Research only 2.5 months ago came out and said 47.5% of people these days that enter a sales conversation do not know what their real need is. Now, I know you guys have had people come to you and they said, well, I need this. And when you start working with them, that's not the problem. Like Katrina, people will say, well, I need more leads and I need more sales. And you were just saying earlier, I need to get my video right. Well, no, you need to get your website right. So they don't really articulate. The first thing is the understand is help them understand what their real problem, need, and want is. When you do that, you're the person that just takes the fog off. And it's like, oh my God, I realize that I need this now. And that's a win. That's a real surge. So you're helping them get that win. The next is when they understand that you understand them. And they say, wow, finally somebody who gets me, not just trying to sell to me. And that's another win when you collaborate on that. And then it's to be able to do what we call help them understand the agreed implementable value. When we work together, this is what's going to happen: financial, physical, or emotional. When they can see the value, the true implementable value of what you do, not the box value. See, most people have been taught in sales, build rapport, ask a few questions, uncover a need, create a solution, give a compelling offer, overcome objections, stuff more crap in the box that they really don't want anyway to make it perceived more valuable and make the box value more bigger, but you're still selling a box value. But if you collaborate with them and say, if we work together, and like Katrina's saying, well, if we improve your website here and you're going to get 10% more leads and you're going to be able to sell 10% more at a higher price, how much is that worth to you? Now, the agreed implementable value of Katrina fixing their website could be $10,000 a month. So they're buying $10,000 a month for $500 or $1,000. When the agreed implementable value is significantly higher than the box value, it's hard for them to say no. But what most people do is they reverse it. People are coming in expecting to pay not as little as possible in any sale. I want to pay as little as possible. And they keep stuffing stuff into the box, and that's pushing them up to the value of the box. That's where the pushy feel comes from. I'm trying to push them up to the value of the box. But when you've collaborated and the agreed implementable value is significantly high and it's easy to do, then you're coming from a place of giving. I'm giving you this money and it's only going to cost you this. And the last understand is that understand of how you do what you do. Nobody cares. You don't go to a dentist and say, please explain how many revolutions per second that drill goes. You don't care. Just take away the pain as quick as possible. So the big thing in just 5 minutes is really have a system to understand and help them understand what it is, collaborate together, sell on the agreed implementable value, and in the conversation, move from the benefits, outcomes, and collaborate on a win so they feel. That's the thing. It's the new book is actually the art and science of how to have people in a hurry. And when you do that and they feel what it's like to work with you because they're buying you, then the sales becomes a wonderful, fun conversation.
Absolutely. And to understand that I love the collaboration piece, because that's what we're all about at the Grand Connection, of course. And also we call it grand giving, but you're really being in service to someone in the process here and supporting them to know what they need, not necessarily what they think they need, exactly hooking in. So I'm really excited about your book coming out too. And thank you for your generous course. People, you absolutely need this course and want this course. So there's the email. Sign up for that with Steve. And, thanks so much for contributing to our community. I love your purpose and passion about sales and how much fun you have with sales, Steve. I just love it. So thank you. Thank you.
Most welcome.
And for those people out there, Susan, do you want to let people know about the Grand Connection and the events that we have coming up?
Oh, I sure do. Well, this is a fabulous month coming up, Carolyn. We've got many events to go along with our monthly theme of sales. Starting, let's see. Well, we had one today. We had our Grand Podcasters matchup today, which was good. Every quarter, everybody, there's a matchup where podcasters and hosts get to meet. We have coming up on tomorrow is our LinkedIn posting party that we partner and collaborate with Epic Business Connections. July 13th, that's our big grand principles of networking workshop that Carolyn and I put on twice a year. This is one of our most popular workshops that everybody loves to come to over and over again because you get to meet new people. We always change it, so it's always something new. You never know what's going to come out of Carolyn's mouth, which is always wonderful, wonderful inspiration. And that is July 13th at 11 a.m. Pacific time for 3 hours. This is a 3-hour workshop. So we got lots of breakouts. We got a workbook. And then on July 20th, we've got The Secret to Increase Your Impact, Influence, and Income with Michelle Murder. It's a masterclass, a 2-hour masterclass hosted by Michelle and Carolyn, who are going to go into some exciting ways to be able to, what are you guys going to do? Do you want to share that, Carolyn? Because I know she's got an interesting way that she looks at, defining your audience.
Yes. And she's got a really incredible software. I'm not going to tell you all about it right now, but she's going to do 2 segments. And it's really about understanding people, which is what Steve went into with his too, and how to break the code. I'll just kind of drop that in there. And then I'm going to do a middle section for 15 minutes. Really, it's about looking at sales from the inside out. So it's your mindset. It's how you think. It's how disciplined, how accountable you want to be, and really about risking forward to learn how to be confident and committed with sales. And I'll just go into the next one. Then we have the Grand Authors Group coming up on the 25th. And the 27th, we have a mixer combining both Eric Lofholm International, his community, will be coming to the Grand Connection, and Steve Gaston from the master classes in Scotland. He will bring his community. So it'll be the Grand Connection, Eric Lofholm International, and master classes. Lots of opportunity for breakouts and networking at that event too on the 27th. So we got lots going on this month. And I want to thank Katrina and Steve for this pop-up to just really support you and both of your businesses at the Grand Connection. Congratulations to both of you in all the books and the success that you do and your deep contribution to businesses to be successful. Thank you. And we'll look forward to seeing you at the next event. Thank you.
Thank you. And I just want to thank you both as well. Many great tips. I think one thing that stands out for me is that 2 scoops is better than 1. Back to Katrina talking about her early upselling in the ice cream parlor. So, we think about where you can upsell in your own business today. See you all soon. We've got tons of events you can come to as a guest. We'd love to see you at the Grand Connection.
You're here.